Playing Judas is not just acting. It's entering a spiritual battle. In 2,000 years of Christian history, there is hardly a name more haunting, terrifying, and despised than Judas Iscariot, the most famous traitor in the Bible. Mention Judas, and people immediately think of betrayal of 30 pieces of silver, of that dark kiss in the Garden of Gethsemane. No actor wants to carry that image on his shoulders to bear the weight of the guilt associated with a figure rejected for centuries. Yet Luke Dimyan, an actor in The Chosen, stepped into the role of Judas with a bold goal, not just to play the traitor, but to humanize him, to show the world the man behind the weakness that led to such a tragic end. But there were things Luke never expected. This role almost destroyed his mind. Judas stopped being just a character and became a dark shadow creeping into his soul. And right in that collapse, Luke discovered a deep truth about forgiveness. This story will take you deeper into that journey, why the role of Judas is so dangerous, how Luke's mental state began to collapse while he was in character, how director Dallas Jenkins stepped in to save him, the spiritual encounter in the Last Supper scene that completely transformed Luke's thinking, and finally the lesson about sin, mercy, and hope for every one of us. Judas, the role no actor wants to touch.
Let's explore the humanity behind
the most hated character in Christian history.
Crucial we understand their motivation.
Judas is unlike any other character. He is not a hero. He is not someone people sympathize with. He is not a misunderstood victim. He is seen as the symbol of betrayal to the point that Judas has become a common word for a traitor. Throughout the history of art, Judas is usually portrayed as cold, greedy, heartless, deserving of condemnation. Almost no work has truly gone deep into the inner world of Judas until The Chosen appeared. At Luke Dimyan, the actor who dared to step into the forbidden zone, Luke grew up in a devout religious family. He knew very clearly who Judas was, what he had done, and the heavy feelings his name evokes. But that only pushed him to dig deeper. Is Judas really just a bad guy? Or is he a deeply fragile, conflicted man who longs to belong? Did Judas ever truly love his teacher? Luke chose a path full of danger to make Judas feel like a real human being so viewers would see themselves in him. But he had no idea how heavy the price would be when the line between acting and reality starts to blur. The first nightmares. Judas enters his mind. As soon as filming began, strange signs appeared, recurring nightmares. Dreams of the betraying kiss in Gethsemane, a sense of guilt clinging to him, as if he himself had betrayed Christ. What was even more terrifying was this: that feeling was no longer just Judas's guilt in the script. It felt like Luke's own guilt. He woke up short of breath, drenched in sweat, his heart weighed down as if he had committed an unforgivable sin. The isolation on set. When your colleagues are the disciples and you are the traitor, while the other actors were cheerful, bonded with one another, laughed, joked, and shared joy. Luke, on the other hand, withdrew into himself, avoided interaction, didn't dare look Jonathan Rumi, who plays Jesus, in the eyes. He said, "Looking at Jonathan in the role of Jesus made me feel so guilty I couldn't stand it." The role had become a psychological burden. The Gethsemane scene, the complete breakdown. While filming the scene of Jesus praying alone in the garden, Luke couldn't take it anymore. He collapsed, sobbing, shaking uncontrollably. Through tears, he said, "I feel like I'm carrying the guilt of the whole world." The entire crew froze. This was no longer acting. This was a soul falling apart. Director Dallas Jenkins intervenes, saving the actor from the darkness, stopping filming. Saving the person matters more than saving the show. Dallas Jenkins immediately stopped the shoot, took Luke off the set, gave him time to rest and step away. It was a deeply responsible decision. No plot twist is worth sacrificing a human soul drowning in despair. The therapy, digging into the real fear. Luke began working with trauma therapists, psychologists, spiritual mentors. During that process, an astonishing truth was revealed.
Here we see the actor.
The role of Judas had only stirred up fears and guilt Luke had been carrying long before. Judas was not possessing him. Judas was reflecting him. The bright insight, Judas didn't break him. Judas helped him see himself. Luke realized he had always been afraid of failure, afraid of betraying others, haunted by guilt over small past mistakes, constantly doubting his own worth. The role of Judas simply magnified all of that. But precisely because of that, he began to face the fragile nature of the human heart. The Last Supper. The moment that changed Luke Dimyan's life, a strange moment when the cameras rolled. When they filmed The Last Supper, the moment Jesus hands the bread to Judas, Luke felt something extraordinary. It wasn't Jonathan standing in front of me. It was truly Jesus. He started to sob uncontrollably, unable to say his lines. Not because of guilt this time, but because of a presence washing over him, mercy. Luke cries for 30 minutes. It's no longer Judas crying. It's him. Luke's tears wouldn't stop. He felt as if Christ was forgiving Judas through him, as if the burden of guilt on his shoulders was being lifted away. No one on set could fully explain it, but everyone sensed a sacred atmosphere in that moment. Yeah, a controversial question. Can Judas be forgiven? A question that has spanned 2,000 years. Can Judas be forgiven? Many say no. Scripture leaves it somewhat mysterious. But Luke felt if God's mercy is big enough to reach Judas, then none of us are beyond the reach of forgiveness.
It allows us to see the past.
Judas from traitor to a mirror of ourselves. Judas is no longer just the betrayer in Luke's eyes. From that moment, Luke decided he would not play Judas as a demon. He would not play him as just a greedy man. He would portray him as a fragile, wounded, lost person who deeply longs to be loved. A man who, because of fear and wrong expectations, ends up destroying himself, and the audience felt that. Judas as a mirror of humanity. Every one of us has betrayed someone, hurt the people we love, turned away from our own beliefs, or run away from our own conscience. Judas is that experience taken to its extreme. But the precious truth is, even in the deepest place of sin and guilt, there is still a light of mercy. Luke Dimyan, from actor to witness. What Luke went through went far beyond acting. He faced deep inner darkness. He was healed by mercy, and he ultimately became someone who carries this message. No one is too far gone to be forgiven. No one is beyond the reach of grace. The lesson Luke's story leaves us with Luke Dimyan's journey is not just the story of an actor. It's the story of all of us. We've all made mistakes. We've all felt guilty. We've all feared being rejected by God or by others. We've all at times condemned ourselves. But Luke learned and passes on to us a truth many people forget. God's mercy is greater than any sin. No one is beyond forgiveness. Even Judas can become a place where we meditate on hope. If you had to embody a character as dark and tormented as Judas, which feeling do you think would overwhelm you the most? Guilt, fear, or the desire to be forgiven? And why? Share your thoughts in the comments. This is a story truly worth reflecting on together.